welcome to another episode of Bottom of the Stream with Adam and Nick. My name is Adam.
My name's Nick. Welcome back. It's that time of the week where we take you through all the big news of the week in the world of streaming and movies.
It is indeed. How are you, Nick?
I'm very good. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I'm good.
I've had a bit of an illness, like a cold, but I feel like not a proper cold. It came on strong, ruined my weekend last weekend, and now I'm coming out the other side.
But I think there's a lot of that going around. There's a few people at work who have had it for like a day and a half, and then it's just switched off, and it's been fine. It's a lot of it going around.
Yeah,
it's a change in the temperature and the seasons. Must be.
Is there more sick people since COVID? Like just generally.
Maybe, or do we just notice it more now?
Maybe.
Well, we're more acutely aware of it now.
You just crack on and.
It's like 5 years this week, isn't it?
I know.
Like COVID-versary.
Crazy.
Yeah. How's that been 5 years?
Like, I literally saw something this week on one of the social medias, and it was like, here's some people dancing in their street that they do every Monday at 6 o'clock. They just have a dance in their street. And I'm like, God, that was weird.
It was a weird time.
Oh, strange.
We did this podcast over Zoom for like a year.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy.
I know. And then we were allowed, and then we got back together, and then we had to get split up again.
Again, yeah.
What a crazy time.
It was right at the start of the season as well. If I remember right, it was season 3.
Right.
And it was the first episode of season 3 was us being the first one we did remotely.
Okay.
So, because the Botskers, after the first ever Botskers, was the last episode we did in the same room.
Wow.
How crazy was that? So it worked out quite nicely for us.
How have you been?
I've been all right. Yeah, I've been out and about this week. I've not really been in the house. So it's been
maybe
fun.
Maybe
I've literally
we'll
just
rushed
rushed home from work now to get here to do this.
That's fine.
So we're all good. We're all good to go.
We
so
are
I'll talk
all
about
good.
it a little bit later on what I've been doing, where I've been going.
Lovely. We'll also be here on Thursday, but we'll come on to Thursday's movies.
We will indeed.
Maybe right at the end.
Yes.
As a bit of a tease.
Let's do that.
So, shall we start with a question of the week?
Yes.
Okay. So, I mean, this is pretty random, as they all are. But these two things, I just liked the idea of you having to do one of these two things.
Okay.
Even though the two things aren't really related to one another, if you understand.
Sounds fun.
So, would you rather
Yep.
have a mouth that randomly yells out celebrities' names?
Okay.
Can happen at any time.
Just any
You've
random
got, like,
celebrity. Celebrity Tourette's.
Celebrity Tourette's.
Okay.
Justin Bieber.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah. Or nostrils that shoot confetti out every time you breathe out. Pele.
Every time I breathe out.
Yeah. That's a lot of confetti.
That's a lot of confetti.
Can you imagine just waking up? You just feel like you just wake up and it just go like a.
But it's been doing it all night.
You're
You're in a.
You'd have to go to sleep in a snorkel. No, because then you'd kill yourself by confetti in your goggles.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer, surely.
I just love the idea of you sitting in a really important meeting.
Like a confetti dragon.
Yeah.
Just breathing out.
You can breathe out your mouth. You can be a mouth breather.
Yeah, but even so. It's the celebrity Tourette's is quite fun. Richard Osman.
It would get annoying though.
I'd be quite interested to see who was going to come next, because I assume I've got no control over which one I'm saying.
No, it could be anyone. Uma Thurman.
So it's like, maybe we should do it all the way through this episode.
I feel like it'd be really distracting.
I think celebrity Tourette's is definitely the one to go for. Breathing out confetti would be so awkward in so many situations as well.
Let's pretend
people would get used to it.
Yeah, they would. You'd be great at weddings.
The cleaners at work would hate you.
You'll follow you around the bucket. Let's say it doesn't hurt though or anything. It's not. There's no adverse effects.
It just still would be annoying.
There'd
still be confetti everywhere.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to like be a spy or anything.
No, you couldn't go outside because confetti kills pigeons.
Yeah, true.
We get told that all the time.
Yeah, well, that's not a bad thing, is it?
True.
Maybe.
Very true.
Not sure.
Celebrity Tourette's, please.
Okay. I think I'll take the confetti nostrils.
Would you really?
I think so.
No, that's mental. That seems crazy to me.
I think I would. Let us know what you would do.
Yeah.
Yeah. William Shatner.
Do you know, I've been trying to think of a celebrity for like 5
Oh,
minutes.
you've just forgotten them all.
Celebrity brain dead
Okay,
now.
fine.
Good start, right?
Okay.
Shall we get on with some Netflix news?
I suppose we should do that. There's quite a bit of Netflix news this week.
Okay.
Actually, and we will start with some news. Well, I would say rumours, but it's one of those substantiated rumours because a proper publication is reporting it.
Okay.
And we're talking about Deadline, and the project we are talking about is Greta Gerwig's upcoming Chronicles of Narnia adaptation for Netflix, which is obviously her first project since the humongous Barbie movie.
It was
from
humongous.
The year before last. And I was initially surprised because I'm sure did we report this? I feel like we reported this at the time, but Netflix have had the rights for the Narnia movies now since 2018.
Yeah, I think we did report that.
And it's suddenly 2025.
Yeah.
But there you go. So a couple of rumours on this, like I say, substantiated rumours on this week. So that the first movie will not be The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe.
Okay.
But will in fact be The Magician's Nephew, which is chronologically the first book.
Right.
But was like the sixth of seven books written.
Got you.
And that 2 actors have been offered roles in this.
Right. Actors.
Yes. One of whom is Daniel Craig.
Right.
Potentially as the magician himself. And also rumoured this week from Deadline, they reported that pop star Charlie XCX is close to agreeing a deal to play the White Witch, the Snow Queen.
Okay. Interesting.
I like this is a huge property.
Yeah.
I'm not excited. I don't feel that I'm excited about it. Am I supposed to be excited about it? I'm a middle-aged man.
Does it feel like it's been done a lot in the past and never really well?
We had the TV show when we were kids, like the BBC adaptation.
Yeah. Which was good.
And then you had the big books Disney ones, which I've definitely seen The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe.
Yeah.
I think they did 3 movies and then they tapped out.
Sounds right.
I remember just feeling it was overly long and boring. And
yeah. Have you ever read the books?
Yes.
I think I read them when I was a kid.
Yeah, same.
But not recently.
I mean,
I'm not excited.
I feel like I should be more excited, if not for the source material, maybe for the fact they're giving it to someone really interesting.
Yeah, that's most interesting about it, isn't it? It's like Greta Gerwig's actually quite an interesting film.
I'd love to know how much Netflix are budgeting this thing.
Yeah. Is Charlie XCX an actress? Has she done? I don't know anything about this person.
Not to my knowledge,
right, okay.
But I stand to be corrected on that.
Okay. I don't know if she'd gone from acting to singing and what have you. Okay.
I'm sure
lots more news will come out about that.
Yes. I think Christmas 26 is when they're eyeing that for release.
For that first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll...
Could be a franchise that will go on forever.
I'm sure that's what they want. I mean, if Netflix can get 7 movies out of that...
Yeah, they'd love it.
They would absolutely love it. Because that's one thing that's not happening. We talk about, obviously... huge budgets. Obviously, we talked about Amazon taking control of James Bond.
Yeah.
I feel we've not yet had that streaming service hit franchise gold yet.
No, not
certainly
really.
not movie-wise.
No, not really. There's been like the occasional odd good movie, but there's not been any like long franchises from a streamer. That's a good point.
Yeah. The next piece of news, which is definitely going to be up your street, is that Netflix have sealed a deal for a new adaptation of a Stephen King novel.
Okay.
Do you want to hit me?
I think I know.
Guesses?
I would guess, but I think I'm aware.
Oh, fine.
I think I read this earlier.
A novel published in 1981.
Yeah.
Has been made as a movie previously.
It has.
In 1983.
Yeah.
We're talking about
very beloved movie.
We are talking about Cujo.
Yes.
The lovely dog.
He is a lovely dog. He's a good boy, Cujo. He was just bad situation.
Yes, the St. Bernard turning into a ferocious killer dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, Netflix have signed up for that, and they are looking for writers as we speak.
Okay.
For this adaptation, it will be produced by Roy Lee, and you can't move for Stephen King adaptations.
Not at the minute.
I feel like it's always been the case, but at the minute it feels like they're everywhere.
Yeah, it does feel like that.
We had a chat in the week on text, didn't we, about just a movie poster.
Yeah.
For The Life of Chuck.
What a great poster that
is.
It's
a really cool poster.
It's a really cool poster. I'm really looking forward to that. I don't rate the story very much, but I am really intrigued to see how they're going to do it. It is. I read this week as well that the monkey the
Of course, that was
latest, that was out
last few weeks.
That's now made more box office money than The Shining did.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is crazy because The Shining was like a box office flop.
Sure.
And then it got its reputation afterwards. But yeah, the money's just surpassed The Shining's box office.
Wow.
I'm intrigued by Cujo because obviously the film has a completely different ending to the book. So do you go with this remake, do you go more faithful to the book or do you go more faithful to the original film, which obviously has a more upbeat ending than the book's very downbeat ending? It's interesting to see where it's going.
Yeah, I mean, Deadline is as at the bottom of this sort of news report, just as a little reminder, what is currently in the works in terms of Stephen King adaptations. So you've got The Long Walk, which is being directed by Francis Lawrence.
That's a fantastic story.
I think he's the Hunger Games director.
Yeah, I think so. That would make sense as well because it's a similar vibe.
Edgar Wright is directing The Running Man.
Yep.
There was a on-set picture came out this week and it was of Edgar Wright doing some directing.
Oh, really?
Like he's perched on the floor lining a shot up.
Okay.
So his version of The Running Man is on its way. An It prequel, Welcome to Derry.
Yeah, that's imminent. That's coming soon. That's a TV series.
And also a TV series which we've talked about before on deck is The Institute.
Yes.
Which I remember liking as a book, but I couldn't help but think Stephen King had written it because he watched Stranger Things and really
That's exactly what it was. It was his version of Stranger Things. He does that all the time. And then you've obviously got Flanagan working on The Dark Tower potentially as well.
But yeah.
So there's a lot going on. It's a good time to be a King fan.
So yeah, everyone's in the Stephen King business.
Yeah. It's big money.
And he's still churning out books.
He is. Got another one coming out later this year.
Yeah. Amazing.
In fact, there's 2 on the slate, I think.
Okay.
There's another book of short stories and then another Holly Gibney book.
Nice. Nice.
Right.
Have you got any spare money?
No.
Okay, fine. This one might not be for you then. But if you have, and you're interested in owning a house, recently featured on a Netflix show,
okay,
then you have the opportunity because the 5-bedroom mansion in Crystal Palace in London, which was the home of Keira Knightley and her family in Black Doves, just this past Christmas, is up for sale.
Right.
£5 million.
I see. If I had any spare money, it wouldn't be that much.
It has. I might put the listing in the Discord because it looks very nice. It's got its own cinema.
Okay.
And the estate agent's even got Netflix on the screen and
why not?
Yeah, nice. Yeah, £5 million will buy you a lovely Victorian villa with a. You do have to go and live in London though, but
yeah, it's Crystal Palace, so it's nice.
Yeah,
cool.
It's there if you want it.
Put a bid in.
Okay. I'm just waiting for all that bottom of the stream money to.
That's it. Yeah, eventually it will turn up. I'm sure.
We'll be good.
We've been plugging away at this for so many years now, and it's still not turned up.
It can be our base.
At some point, it will.
So. A movie I feel like we've talked about a lot. Then it feels like it's been in production for so long I've forgotten it existed.
Okay.
And now there's a teaser trailer out, and the director Gareth Evans has been talking about it this week. We're talking about Havoc, his upcoming film for Netflix. Obviously, he was the director of The Raid 2, two of the best action movies of all time. And Havoc is his next movie. It stars Tom Hardy.
Okay.
And Forrest Whitaker. And he's been talking to Empire magazine a bit about the movie. He says, it's not a martial arts movie. It was never going to be a martial arts movie. I want this one to feel like the gunplay type movie that I love watching.
Oh, right.
You'll see Tom Hardy blasting a shotgun. He came to us in beast mode. I tapped him on the shoulder and it was just like granite. He's channeled this into playing Detective Walker, a man having a very, very bad night, and he's going to cause as much carnage and mayhem as possible.
Nice. Is Tom Hardy not always in beast mode?
I would have thought so, yeah.
Feels like he's the sort of guy who's always in beast mode.
He says, and it's a great soundbite to be fair, he will not be grabbing your wrist and turning you into an arm lock. He's grabbing you by the scruff of the neck and driving your face into the nearest heavy object.
Nice. Sounds fun. I'm up for it.
I am very excited for this movie. 25th of April, it arrives on Netflix. And I just think it
That's
sounds...
not even that long away.
No, and it just sounds like it's going to be a just sit down and just...
Leave your brain at the door, just
fun action.
Yeah,
it feels like my jam.
Yeah, it does. It does feel like your jam.
And I mean, there's a lot to live up to there after those two great movies.
Yeah, there is.
But,
They're fantastic movies.
Let's see what happens. So I'm excited for Havoc, yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm excited. It's only like 6 weeks away, week after Easter.
Exactly. Okay, good. More Netflix news. So they have announced this week a new drama that they have signed. They've signed up for in what is lazily described as a bidding war, in which Netflix outbid multiple other studios. They have landed a drama about a crisis PR firm.
Right.
I mean, that feels quite on point.
It does.
Various celebrities.
Who do you have in mind?
Well, I mean, we'll throw a dart at this point. Based on a New York magazine article, and is a drama following New York's premier crisis PR fixer as she helps high-profile clients navigate the worst days of their lives while striving to maintain her own image as a happily married mother of 3 without any crises of her own to hide. They've already signed up a star, and that is none other than Lizzie Kaplan.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
good name, big name.
She will be next up for that for Netflix. Yeah, there's always new stuff on Netflix. There's so much.
People don't realise it though sometimes.
Someone who's not had quite as good a week though, working for Netflix, because he has left the company.
Right.
Is our old friend Mike Verdu.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Where's Verdu off to?
He was obviously for a couple of years the head of the Netflix games arm. And then he moved over, if you remember, last year to a new role where we were told he would be leading on innovation in game creation and development.
Yes.
He has now left the company.
That's not worked out well for him.
No. And I don't. Maybe it's too early to say. Do we kind of feel Netflix is maybe edging its way out more of the games? I don't know. It just feels like they went so hard so fast, and I'm not sure.
Maybe. That's too early to say. They don't push it when they really. I
think that's the thing. The amount that is there.
Yeah.
There's no. Netflix doesn't seem to put any weight behind.
No, I bet
that it is available.
I bet there's loads of people that don't even realise they're a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe they're done.
It kind of feels like were we expecting too much? But again, I kind of feel like the Squid Game mobile game didn't.
Yeah. Didn't really go.
Did it have that fanfare that it could have had, regardless of how much we enjoyed it or not?
Yeah, it was a decent game, but they never. Yeah, you'd never really seen it getting pushed anywhere.
Interesting. Okay, that's all the Netflix news.
Okay.
So we'll move on to some movie news, and I would say of a very important Netflix alum,
right?
She of Stranger Things, Sadie Sink.
Oh, okay.
She has been announced this week that she will co-star in Spider-Man 4.
Right.
She is joining Tom Holland, Zendaya, and the rest.
Okay.
In the next Spider-Man movie.
Good for her. That's a big role. From
Hawkins to the MCU.
Yeah.
No news on who she is playing.
Okay.
But there are, if you look hard enough out there, several rumours that she may or may not be an X-person.
Oh, right. Okay.
But
that would make sense.
Who knows? That will be directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, who directed Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Was going to direct a load of Avengers movies, then that all changed, went out the window. And he's picking up the reins on Spider-Man 4?
4, yeah.
I
think so.
Yes, I think that's right.
They've all got home in the title, haven't
yes.
they? I know that.
Tom, it will be how many times? Right, here's an interesting one. What number appearance will this be for Tom Holland as Spider-Man?
Okay, that's an interesting question. Good, thank you.
Pleasure.
I mean, there's 3 Spider-Man films, obviously.
Yeah.
He's in both the Infinity War and Endgame.
Okay.
6?
So he has been in 6. This will be the 7th appearance.
I missed one then.
I think the only one you're missing is Civil War when he first
came in, of course. Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, I mean 2026. So that you will have an Avengers movie and a Spider-Man movie the same year.
They did that last time. The first event, well, after Endgame, the Spider-Man was the next one to come.
Yeah. Quite the double header from Marvel.
Yeah. They need a return to form. Tom Holland's a busy man as well.
Sure, he really is. Yeah. Biopic time now.
Okay, is it a Tom Holland biopic?
It's not a Tom Holland biopic. But I mean, I wouldn't put him past him playing this guy. Amazon MGM Studios is developing a biopic on Tiger Woods.
Okay. Is that an interesting life?
It will be based on Kevin Cook's book, The Tiger Slam, the inside story of the greatest golf ever played. The biopic will chart the rise of the child prodigy turned golf star and already has a director attached, and that is Reinaldo Marcus Green. He was the guy who directed King Richard.
Oh, which
was the Williams
sisters
family drama biopic.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Why isn't it called The Tiger Who Came to Tea? Because of golf
Brilliant.
cheese.
Brilliant. Yeah, 100%.
That's brilliant. I'm really proud of that.
That's amazing. Well done.
Thanks.
We should suggest that to these people. Can't top that.
No, I'm really proud of that.
Yeah.
That's going to make me smile all afternoon now. It's made my day.
Variety does report, however, that Tiger Woods' life off the green won't be depicted in the movie.
Oh.
Which...
That's surely the most interesting part of his life.
Again, should rumours be out there, he's not lived the cleanest life away from golf.
How can you do a biopic of somebody and just ignore massive chunks of their life?
Yeah.
We're going to do a biopic on Jimmy Savile, but only when he's on TV.
But on the other hand, part of me is like, actually, it feels like that's the sort of person that maybe we would have already had that movie about. But
he obviously doesn't want the story told, does he?
Yeah. Okay. My favourite story of the week, right? Because I think this has to happen now every 2 to 3 years whenever these movies come out.
Okay.
Because it's one of the biggest franchises of all time, but we kind of have to have the whole sort of corporate machine wind back into action to remind anyone that this franchise exists. And I'm talking about Avatar.
Okay.
Which, makes all this money. No one ever admits they've gone and watched it at the cinema.
Yeah.
And
I don't know anybody who's seen that second one.
And James Cameron's been talking about this exact thing because Avatar 3, Fire and Ash, is due for release at the end of this year. He says that he's shown a full version of this movie at home to his wife, who has given him an interesting reaction to it.
Okay.
Which
she hated it.
Yeah, can you imagine? He says, December the 22nd is the first time I'd showed anything to her from this movie. He said, I've not been showing her reels or dailies as it's been going along. She saw a whole, whether it's the final version, but a version of this movie. Her reaction, what do you think her reaction was?
Amazing. Well done. You're a hero.
She cried for 4 hours.
She didn't.
That's what he says.
What was he doing? Punching her?
He said she kept trying to get her shit back together so she could tell me specific reactions, and then she'd just tear up and start crying again. Finally, I'm like, honey, I've got to go to bed. Can we talk about it in the morning? So what I want to know is is this movie 4 hours long and she cried through the whole thing?
Yeah.
Or did she watch the movie, let's say it was 3 hours long, and then it was so profoundly affecting that she cried for 4 hours?
That's how it comes across.
So, does that mean if I do want to watch a movie, I've got to put a whole working day aside?
Yeah, 3 hours for the movie, 4 hours for the crying.
To just cry?
Yeah, maybe.
It can't be that.
It can't be. It won't be. That's not true. That is not a true story.
I mean, I think it's interesting though, because if Zack Snyder had said that, we would be like,
oh yeah, I'd be all
absolutely going for it. But James Cameron can get away with that sort of bombastic,
bullshit,
ridiculous claim.
Yeah,
that she cried for 4 hours. Probably because why are you
if
making
she cried
me
all
watch
the
this
way through the
fucking movie?
film, then, yeah, probably. If she cried all the way through the film, then that's fair enough.
Yeah,
but not 4 hours after the film. I saw an interview talking of Avatar. I saw an interview with Zoe Saldana this week.
Yeah.
And she was talking about Avatar, and she was like, I think she said she was 28 when she signed up to make 4 Avatar movies, and she's going to be nearly 50 by the time it's finished.
Wow.
And I'm like, how crazy is that?
Yeah.
Just
She looks
for
the
4
same in
films.
all of them.
She does.
Amazing.
I think she's like 46 now. I think she said she was 28 when she signed up.
Crazy.
It's mad, isn't it? Just about 4 films.
I know James Cameron is a huge technology nerd, and that's why we've got Avatar, and absolutely, regardless of what you think the move is, and just the whole thing being a green screen computer generated thing, whatever. Always part of me thinks when Avatar rolls around is like, what would we have got from James Cameron if he didn't do Avatar?
Yeah, it makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Would he have done some good other, because he's got some obviously amazing movies, all-time brilliant movies.
But he's kind of thrown his... It sounds silly to say he's thrown his career away, but he's
I know what you kind of mean.
He's thrown his career away to concentrate on for the last 25 years.
We're getting 5 blue movies.
Yeah. It is an interesting talking point.
But maybe he wouldn't have done movies. Maybe they'd just stayed, investigating the Titanic.
Yeah. But he's made 2 of the highest grossing movies of all time.
Yeah.
But what could we have had?
Interesting one.
It is. There's a parallel universe there somewhere.
And I'm sure it will make billions of dollars. It will be incredibly successful, but
Couldn't care less.
yeah.
I haven't even seen the second one.
I did watch the second one in 2 nights. And I just did nothing for me.
No.
Neither did the first one. Yeah.
The first one was one of the first movies I saw in IMAX. So
Yeah.
that was kind of like what raised my opinion of it. But then rewatching it again, you're like, yeah, this is dreadful.
Yeah. Okay. That's all the news.
Good. Well done. That was great news.
Okay.
Have you watched anything good at the top of the stream?
I've not watched much. I inspired by you last week. I started Paradise.
Okay.
So I've watched. I'm not sure if it's 5 or 6 episodes.
I think it's probably around the same sort of spot then. I think I've done about 5 or 6.
And I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think it's been really good.
It's like high concept guff.
Yes. Yeah, that's a great way to describe it.
Isn't it?
That's a perfect
It's
way
really
to describe it.
glossy. Nonsense.
It's nonsense. It's fun. But it's really entertaining. Everybody's really good in it. It's a great story.
People are doing proper acting.
Just don't think about what it's about.
Yeah.
Because it's nonsense.
And it's gripping.
It is gripping, yeah. And people are doing, like you say.
I don't want to say too much because obviously
you can't give away.
There's a huge twist.
Like right at the end of the first episode.
Yeah.
But you can't give anything away.
But, it follows... so Sterling K. Brown, who's always good and charismatic, so he's a Secret Service agent investigating, what happened to the president.
Yeah, the death of an ex-president, basically.
And we'll leave the rest.
Yeah, just go and watch it. It's genuinely good.
It's only 8 episodes.
Yeah.
And it might be... I always quite like... I'm going to totally blank on his name now. I'd be rubbish at having
James
celebrities.
Marsden.
Yeah,
Yeah.
James Marsden. But he's really, really fun in it.
Yeah, he is. It's an entertaining role.
As he's the president. So
Yeah.
Because a lot of it's flashback. And,
Yeah.
So I've really enjoyed it.
I have as well.
I'm looking forward to watching the last couple.
I'll definitely have it done by this time next week.
Okay.
And
cool.
we'll discuss the ending then.
Yeah.
It has just been commissioned for a second season as well. So
Or maybe we'll do spoilers next week then.
yeah, maybe.
Okay.
So that gives you a week to go out and watch it.
And then the only other... I wouldn't say I've watched this, but I have kind of seen a bit of it over the show. The sort of... My wife's been watching it and I've been buzzing around in the background.
Yeah.
She has watched a few episodes of the Meghan Markle home
Oh, I saw this was on there.
show. I think it's called With Love Meghan.
Yeah, it is.
And it's like... This thing's been absolutely slated on everywhere.
Yeah.
Because it's
Meghan Markle and that's what we do to her. In the
It's so weird because it is it's the fluffiest, soft focus, strangely dream-like way in how it's been filmed.
Yeah.
But if someone this is quite a UK-based reference, but it's no different from something like Kirsty Allsop might do.
Yeah.
Doing crafts and making, fruit platters and all this. And it's it's just that sort of program.
But it's Meghan Markle, so the media have to bring her down and destroy her. That's what they do.
Again, it's been commissioned for a second series.
Good.
It's
Good
just
for her.
There's nothing new here. It's just, this woman must be destroyed. That seems to be the attitude.
That's exactly right. And it's ridiculous.
I think that's about it for me. What about you?
I watched a film at the weekend. I watched Heart Eyes.
What's Heart Eyes?
Heart Eyes is a new slasher movie based around Valentine's Day.
Right.
So Heart Eyes is a killer that has been terrorizing different cities around America for the last few Valentine's days.
Yeah.
And the police, everybody's aware of this guy, and then it's where is he going to attack this Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
And he turns up in Seattle. He takes out couples on Valentine's Day. He's a masked film killer.
Yes.
And the eyes are hearts. It's good fun. It's a slasher movie. It is what it is. There's nothing deep here. It's just a good, fun little slasher movie. I was expecting it to be a little bit more supernaturally than it was.
Right.
Just because all the footage is around these eyes that light up and stuff. And I was like, I wonder if there's some sort of monster. But he's not. It's just a man in a mask going around brutally killing couples on Valentine's Day.
Okay.
That's what he does. And it's good fun, but don't go expecting anything that's not just your bog standard slasher movie.
Are there many holidays we've not quite had a slasher movie
I was
about?
thinking that whilst I was watching it.
We had what was recently Thanksgiving.
Yeah, there's a couple of Thanksgiving ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's St. Patrick's Day this weekend. Is there any St. Patrick's Day killings?
I do know because I had a notification actually, funnily enough, that our good friend Steve Lawson has done a St. Patrick's Day slasher movie. Recently.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. We should check that
I
out.
saw that he'd posted that it had a couple of reviews. So.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I might check that out.
There you go.
We did watch Holidays. Do you remember that on this show?
The anthology movie.
The anthology
that was
movie.
good.
Yeah, that had a St. Patrick's Day. It wasn't good.
The good bits were no. Some of
some of it was good.
Some of these sections were quite good.
I think it ended up quite low in the stream table, but yeah, that had a St. Patrick's Day one in.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. There's been loads of it, but yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's fine.
Cool.
It's a fun slasher movie.
Cool.
The ending's quite entertaining.
Okay. Nice.
I've also been to see 2 stand-up comics this week.
Oh, now we're
which
talking.
Is why we're recording late and weirdly in the afternoon rather than at night.
And how were they? And who were they?
Both brilliant. I went to see Jamali Maddox on Tuesday.
Yep.
You probably know him. He's been on
do, yeah.
Nevermind the Buzzcocks.
Yeah.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal.
Really?
Yeah. He calls himself toxic.
Right.
And he just ripped it. So he ripped it out of everybody there for the half an hour.
Cool.
Well, more than half an hour. He had a support act as well. He was quite good. I can't remember his name though. Oh,
did you ever watch?
But he was good.
I don't think it lasted very long because it was clearly a bit of a rip-off of Taskmaster.
Yeah.
But I think it was called Outsiders.
With David Mitchell. I never saw it.
He was on one series of that. He was really good on that.
Okay.
Which basically Taskmaster mixed with like Cub Scouts.
Yeah. Like outdoor Taskmaster. Yeah, he was very entertaining. I really enjoyed it. And then last night I went to see David O'Doherty.
Oh, yes.
The little piano man tour, it's called.
Right, okay.
That's the name of his tour, but that's also who he is. He's a little piano man. He was very entertaining. The whole show was about his mum and dad.
All right.
Because they're both... His dad is a really famous jazz musician.
Yes.
And his mum was a national tennis and hockey player in the 60s.
Okay.
So he had quite a weird upbringing. And they're both still alive. They're in their mid-80s now. So he's doing this tour, and then on the last night of the tour, they're going to be there.
Okay.
So he picks 2 people out of the audience and just does the show at them as if they're his parents. So that was quite entertaining.
Nice.
But he doesn't do any sort of audience interaction or anything like that. It's all just little songs and good. It was a really good show, actually.
Awesome.
So yeah, they were both really good.
2 very different styles.
Yes. Very, very different. Very different. But yeah, they were both good. So other than that, I've not really been at home to watch stuff this week, so I haven't really seen anything else.
Okay.
I finished the first season of Psychoville in my Shear Smith and Pemberton rewatch.
Yep.
That was really good. So I've got the second season to start before I move on to Inside Number 9. Before I go and see Inside Number 9 live in 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks tomorrow.
Brilliant.
So yeah, that's it.
Good stuff.
Right, where are we at? Half an hour. What do you want to do now?
Do you want to have a quick look at the charts?
Shall we have a quick look at the charts?
Yeah.
I haven't opened them, but we can.
Okay,
bear with me.
And then we can talk a bit about what we are going to look at on the movie show on Thursday.
Yes, let's do
which I'm very excited to talk about.
Okay. Right. Top 10 movies in the UK currently. There's a theme. Number 10, B movie.
As in, what, the Jerry Seinfeld?
Animated DreamWorks movie.
Yeah, about B, yeah.
Absolutely, that's the one. Number 9, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay, that's the second one, isn't it?
That is the second one.
I've not seen that one.
Just come on. It's good. Check it out. It is good. Number 8, Shrek.
Yeah, always a Shrek.
Always a Shrek in the charts. Number 7, Transformers Rise of the Beasts.
Okay.
Is that the latest?
I think so. It's the one where there's like gorilla Transformers and stuff.
6 is Mercy.
Not the one we did on this show.
No.
Okay, fine.
Don't think so.
Can't be.
Let me see if can get a synopsis up. An ex-military doctor must summon all her strategic and survival skills after desperate criminals besiege a hospital and take a loved one hostage.
Yeah, it's not that one. It's another one we saw.
No. It's got a Gleeson in the poster.
Okay.
What's the dad called?
Brendan
Gleeson. Chaos, the Manson Murders. Is it number 5? That's their new...
Yeah.
I'm going to watch that at some point.
Cool.
Number 4, Plankton, the movie.
Yes.
Number 3, Despicable Me 3.
Lovely.
Number 2, Minions.
Right.
Number 1, Super Mario Brothers movie.
Wow, it's an animated
All but
heavy
3
movie.
movies are animated in this week's charts.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
And Netflix is shuttering their animation studios.
We said, didn't we, though, last week, was it, or the week before, when we were talking about the 6 monthly viewing numbers, that the animation
does
done so well on Netflix.
The Super Mario movie's been at number 1 now for ages.
Yeah.
Weeks. TV shows?
Yes.
Top 10 TV shows in the UK. Let me just get there. Number 10, Snatch Season 1. What is that? Is that like a remake of Snatch? Like they did? Yeah, it is. A group of small-time hustlers become embroiled in London's criminal underworld trying to hang on to a truckload of stolen goods by any means necessary.
Oh, right.
I did not know that was even a thing.
No, me neither.
It's got the same poster as the film. So, number 9, The Other One, Season 2. Any idea what that is? Not me. Let's have a look. Recently connected by her late father, Kathy and Kat contend with more family chaos as a new addition to the family stirs up trouble.
Okay.
I think it's like it looks like a British sitcom. Number 8, Halo. That's just been purchased by Netflix, hasn't it?
From what
Paramount Plus.
That came.
Yeah, they cancelled it and Netflix picked it up. Number 7, With Love, Megan.
Yes.
Previously mentioned. Number 6, Formula 1 Drive to Survive Season 7.
Wow. Yeah.
Number 5, and I don't think this has been as successful as they wanted. Zero Day, the Robert De Niro show.
Yeah.
That's like 5th already. That's bad.
I just think, is it too close? Like, and I am tarring them all with the same brush, but we've literally gone, in the last few months, so you've had the Diplomat, the Night Agent, the Recruit, Zero Day.
Yeah.
They might all be very different, but
They
to
all
me,
have a theme.
To me as a consumer, I'm kind of like that. That's all the same show.
Yes.
That's all political, running around alleyways with guns and
Feels like
trying to stop something from happening.
I would imagine they would wanted more out of that with De Niro being in it.
It's not just him. The cast in it.
Yeah, the cast is incredible.
Yeah.
Number 4, American Murder, Gabby Petito.
Yeah.
Number 3, The Other One, Season 1.
Okay.
So this show's obviously just appeared on Netflix for some reason. Number 2, Running Point.
That's the basketball sitcom,
show.
isn't it?
And number 1 is Toxic Town Limited Series. Where that's Jodie Whittaker and Robert Carlyle.
Which I hear is good, but I just don't know if I want to watch it.
I don't know if I've got time to watch it, if I'm honest. Do you want to do global or do you want to do a country?
Let's go global.
Okay, let's do global.
Let's go big time.
Global movies in the English language. Number 10, Boss Baby.
Okay.
Still sticking with the animations.
Yeah.
Number 9, Minions. Number 8, Despicable Me 3. Number 7, Midnight in the Switchgrass. Any ideas?
No.
2 FBI agents work with a state police officer to catch a serial killer who abducts and murders women in a small Florida town.
Is that not one of the...
2021.
Is that not one of the ones... Wait, you remember one Halloween where they had a horror movie a week?
Yeah, I don't think so. Because I watched all of them.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen that.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah, maybe. Number 6, Runaway Jury.
Okay. John Grisham is on the comeback trail.
Number 5, Sicario.
Yeah.
Number 4, Venom: The Last Dance.
Yeah.
Number 3, Chaos: The Manson Murders.
Okay.
Number 2, Despicable Me 4. Number 1, Plankton the movie.
Wow.
Number 1 movie in Netflix Global this week is a SpongeBob movie.
It's a Netflix movie though.
Yeah, it is.
Or it's premiering on Netflix, should we say?
Global TV shows in the English language. Number 10, With Love, Megan. Number 9, Formula 1 Drive to Survive Season 7. And number 8, Andrew Schultz's Life. He's a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
He was attacked by Logan Paul on Raw this week.
Right.
And number 7 is Raw from this week. Number 6, Tyler Perry's Beauty in Black. Don't know what that is. Number 5, American Murder, Gabby Petito. Number 4, Halo. Number 3, Toxic Town. Number 2, Zero Day. And number 1 globally at the minute is Running Point.
Okay. I did see
Still don't know how to say that. Running Point.
I did see a review of Drive to Survive this week.
Yeah.
And the sort of sub-headline was, the best show about the most boring sport in the world.
It's back this weekend, isn't it? The driving around in
Is it?
circle sport. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all everybody at work's talking about. It's really boring. I've got a new one. Movies in the non-English language.
Oh, interesting.
Try that.
Yeah. I like to try new things.
That's not what this whole podcast is about. Number 10, Larissa, the other side of Anita.
They're words.
They are words. Brazilian pop star Anita reveals her most intimate world yet in this documentary. What? Brazilian pop star Anita reveals her most intimate world yet in this documentary that explores her dual identity, personal struggles, and search for joy.
Right.
That's been translated badly. Number 9, The Wrong Track. When chaotic single mother Emile hits a new low, she looks to her brother for help as he has a brilliant plan to enter a cross-country ski marathon.
Oh, well, that's right.
That's
That could end up on a long list of ours.
Norwegian, I believe. Number 8, I think it's supposed to be social climbers, but it's in foreign. Social, SOSYAR. Stuck with a massive debt after falling for a scam, two wannabe socialites create elaborate fake identities to swindle the rich out of their money. Currently number 1 in Bahrain. Number 7, I am not pronouncing that. I have not a clue. Vidaamuyaarchi.
Right, okay.
Vida Moyachi. While struggling with his broken marriage, Arjun is pulled into a desperate search for his wife, Kyle, when she goes missing during a road trip. Currently number 1 in Mauritius. Number 6, a Copenhagen love story.
Okay.
Don't care about that one, do you? Number 5, oh my goodness. Nadanian.
Okay.
When a misunderstanding turns her father against a lovable rich girl, Pia hires Arjun, a career-focused new student, to pretend to be her boyfriend. Number 4, Delicious. Number 3 is a Netflix original, Demon City.
Wow. I've seen that thumbnail pop up.
Framed for his family's murder and left for dead, an ex-hitman will stop at nothing to exact revenge on the masked demons who have taken over his city.
Okay.
Number 2, Squad 36. That's also a Netflix original. Forced out of his elite unit, a troubled cop launches his own rogue investigation when mysterious killings claim the life of his former colleagues.
Got ya.
All of these foreign language movies all sound much better than the English ones, don't they? It's weird.
Yeah, there's no Despicable Me 3.
No. The top 5, 6 are all Netflix originals. So number 1 is Counterattack, also a Netflix original. When a hostage rescue mission creates a new enemy, Captain Guerrero and his elite soldiers must face an ambush by a criminal group.
Brilliant.
Currently number 1 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 24 countries.
Nice.
All mostly South American.
Good.
That's it. That's your top 10s for this week done.
Variety.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think that leads us on to what we're going to come back to talk about on Thursday on the movie show.
Yes.
Now, we are back with Netflix this week.
We are indeed.
As we are alternating between Amazon Prime and Netflix for our movie show. And we are watching a movie called Soul Reaper.
We are. An English movie.
Yes. With some English people in it.
Not many.
Or maybe more than you'd think.
Yeah.
But maybe we can come to that. And it's a horror movie.
It is.
So I kind of have a question, let's call it a bonus question of the week.
Right, okay.
So if Disney let us have the IP for the Muppets.
Yes,
right?
okay.
You know how you get like a Muppets Christmas Carol,
Yep.
Muppets Treasure Island, etc., etc.
Yeah.
You're putting Muppets into a different situation. Family-based movie.
Yeah.
If you were allowed to take said Muppets,
Yeah.
but do a Muppet version of a slasher flick,
Yeah.
what movie are we putting the Muppets in?
Okay. I like that.
Like, for example, I'll open the bidding with like, if you could do a Muppet Nightmare on Elm Street,
Yeah.
you could do some really weird stuff with like Muppet Dreams. And
You could. But I must admit, Freddy Krueger was the first one that came to my mind. I don't know if it's because he's on my t-shirt or what, but Muppet Nightmare on Elm Street sounds fun. Muppet Saw?
That'd be interesting. Go real, like, psychological.
Yeah.
And just no one address the fact that several of the characters are Muppets.
But only the victims are Muppets.
Right.
Tobin Bell's still playing Jigsaw.
Yeah, brilliant.
But he's taking out Muppets.
Even better. Yeah. Because you just imagine, they say the two guys tied up in a room
Yeah.
are like...
The Swedish Chef and...
Kermit or
Kermit.
whatever. No, okay, it couldn't be Kermit because he could just easily
slip out
of the shackles.
Beaker, Swedish Chef and Beaker are tied up against each other, and Miss Piggy's got to pick between them who her favourite is.
Yeah.
And the other one gets brutally unstuffed.
But it's just as grim and...
Oh, yeah.
But they are Muppets. But you can't change their accents or their look. They are Muppets. But that would be quite the sort of conflagration of styles, wouldn't it?
I'd love that. A Muppet Saw is a great idea. I might get an AI to make some sort of trailer or something. I can't look past that now.
You could
Shining?
Do yeah,
Do a
that'd be
Muppet version
interesting.
of The
You
Shining?
could have a lot of fun with the Overlook, actually.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah. And yeah, lots of quick
But
stuff going on in the background.
But Jack Torrance is the only Muppet.
Right.
Everybody else are humans.
Okay.
But it's just him that's a
Right.
psychotic Muppet. And it's Sam the Eagle. I don't know why. I like this idea, Nick.
Yeah.
Let's write a Muppet horror movie.
Okay, fine.
I'm up for it.
I think there's you could genuinely make money there. It's much better than any of these Poonaverse ones.
Yeah, definitely. When did the Muppets go out of copyright? Or is that going to be in our lifetime?
Probably not. They're probably under absolute lock and key,
Yeah,
aren't they?
I would imagine so.
Uh,
Have they got like a monopoly over all puppet-based movies?
no,
So we could make a puppet-based Saw, but
Yeah.
without using Muppets.
correct. Yeah,
Okay. It just feels like nobody does that. So can they do that?
there was a.
I guess it was Avenue Q and the like.
Yeah, it's that
West
sort of
End
thing.
stuff
There
and-
was a movie, wasn't there? There wasn't Melissa McCarthy in it, and she was partnered
Yes.
up with a puppet.
With a-
Sorry, not Muppet.
Not a Muppet. Yes,
and he was
you're
like
right,
a
she was.
hard-boiled detective.
Yeah,
That's the only example I can really think of, though.
yeah. No, you're right. That did happen.
But I'm talking about what the Muppets do, but in
In Saw.
Or in
Or in any.
more hard-boiled movies.
Yeah.
There's got to be an audience for that. There's
Yeah,
an
I'm
audience for that.
I'm the audience for that. That sounds right on my street.
Like a Muppet version of Seven.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
That'd be amazing.
I'm in. Let's just do it. Let's make it.
Okay.
Right, yes.
Right.
Let's get out of here.
Anyway, come back on Thursday. We're going to talk about Soul Reaper.
We are. We're going to have a lot of fun talking
which
about
is-
Soul Reaper. I
It's a
think.
heck of
It's
a thing.
a low-budget British horror movie.
Yeah. No Muppets.
Well,
Or puppets.
no puppets, but plenty of Muppets.
Yeah.
So yeah, come back on Thursday for us to talk about it. We don't do those on YouTube. That is a podcast, and you can find it wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah.
We're here every Monday on YouTube with this show, and we talk about all the stuff that we've just talked
Indeed.
about. So yeah, come back and do all of that, and then we'll be back on Thursday to talk to you about Soul Reaper.
Cheers.
Bye.